Hello everypony, I'm Spring Breeze, and I'm going to talk about magic. We all know how magic works, right? You just give a unicorn, or alicorn, a spell, and let them perform it. Simple? Not by a long shot. Given what we've seen in the show so far, we can infer that light magic, the opposite of dark magic, is powered by harmony, or what could be what we call dark energy, the most prevalent type of energy in the universe. Considering the fact that dark energy is all around us, it could, ostensibly, be harnessed by ponies, given sensitive enough equipment. Unicorn horns, Pegasi wings, and some type of bone structure in earth pony hooves, perhaps? Anyway, we know that harmony is concentrated around the Tree of Harmony, as it created the aptly named Elements of Harmony. In this way, magic gets a sort of boost when it's performed near the Everfree Forest, resulting in increased strength and longevity of spells. This, along with Discord, could be the reason the Everfree exists in the way it does, but that's for another video. There are 3 laws that we can assume that magic generally follows, as energy generally follows the laws of physics. 1. Magic cannot be created nor destroyed, only harnessed. 2. Magic can last as long as there is harmony in the world. 3. The ability of a pony to use magic depends on their wellspring depth. Now, let's take a look at these laws. 1. Magic cannot be created or destroyed. It's fairly simple to see, really. Whenever Twilight Sparkle performs a spell, even as simple as levitation, she visibly gives off an aura that dissipates once the spell is over. It doesn't go straight back into her horn. Similarly, if we look at Twilight during Ghostbusters, we can see that it taxes her to perform what should be several fairly simple levitation spells at once. Of course, this is after she'd been using magic all day. This also ties into the 3rd law. 2nd, magic can only last as long as there is harmony in the world. Granted, we can't really see this, but if the tree is the source of magic, then it stands to reason that magic could not last long after the tree. We saw the tree dying, but it wasn't yet dead, or the elements could not have revived it. When the elements revived the tree, the magic returned to Equestria. Take Discord's Reign of Terror, for example. Despite the expansion of utter chaos across Ponyville and presumably Canterlot, magic could still be used. This means that chaos was not everywhere. This could possibly be due to Discord's limited attention span. 3rd law. The ability to use magic depends on a pony's wellspring depth. Ever heard of magic points, or MP? It's something like that. Imagine a mindscape. In this mindscape, there is a pool. Earth ponies have small, shallow pools, like those little plastic baby pools. Pegasi have slightly bigger, deeper pools, like hot tubs. And unicorns, well, unicorns can have varying wellspring depths. Some, such as Trixie, have smaller wellsprings, although they are generally bigger than Pegasi. Some, such as Twilight Sparkle and Sunset Shimmer, have extremely large wellsprings. Some theories hold that wellspring depth contributes to the creation of an alicorn. Despite the various theories of the creation of alicorns, we can tell that they do require extremely large wellsprings. Take Celestia and Luna for an example. While we don't know whether they were born as alicorns or they ascended, this makes no real difference. They raise the sun and moon. As such, they must have ginormous wellsprings. As seen in the Hearthwarming Eve play, it took many unicorns spending an extreme amount of effort to raise the sun and moon, while Celestia and Luna barely break a sweat. This means they absolutely must have wellsprings many times larger than the average unicorn prodigy. Law 3. The ability of a pony to use magic ties into their wellspring depth. We can see this easily with Twilight Sparkle in Ghostbusters, as mentioned earlier. Twilight was visibly sweating after using 2 simple levitation spells and a spell that made the grass make music, which is physically impossible, but We've seen Rarity levitate about the same amount without being visibly strained. So why could Rarity lift more than Twilight at once, despite Twilight having been trained by the leading magical expert in the land? It all ties into wellspring depth. Twilight has a larger wellspring, as she's the embodiment of magic. Rarity, however, has more experience with not getting magical exhaustion. Rarity uses Find Control on a regular basis, while the most we've seen Twilight do with finer control is turn the page of a book and write with a quill. Before Twilight's face-off with the Ursa Minor, she had been practicing tricks, namely turning various natural objects into other objects. This transmutation presumably takes much magic. This could explain why Twilight had to try so hard to keep her spells up. When Twilight became an alicorn, we could see she had an increased wellspring depth. She had gotten taller. From what we've seen, the more magic one has, the taller and slimmer one becomes. If we look at Luna, we can see two different stages of wellspring depth and magic levels. In Season 1, Luna's mane was light blue and wasn't exactly flowing in an unseen wind. In Season 2, Luna was taller than her Season 1 counterpart, and her mane blew in an unseen wind, as well as had stars in it. Seeing as in Season 1, she had just been blasted with the elements of harmony, she had a ways to go to recover her magic. At the end of Season 4, during Twilight's Kingdom, the other three alicorns gave Twilight all of their magic. We could clearly see how out of control her magic was. I mean, really, she could teleport anywhere in quick succession, she could raise the sun and moon, albeit really, really sloppily, and she wasn't used to her power level yet, so she ended up destroying the Golden Oak Library's door. R.I.P. Golden Oaks. Magic is magic, some would say. I would say magic is science, just in a different form than we're used to. Thanks for watching. Have a great day!